Hey, it's One Plucky Pixel here, and welcome back to another creative design tutorial. In today's video, we will go over how to use mockups within Adobe Photoshop to showcase your designs. Now, as an example, you can download mockups from a variety of different websites, or you can create your own. For today's video, we're currently using a mockup courtesy of graphicburger.com. As you can see, we do have a bag here, we do have a little leaf accent down here, and of course a background color as well. In this case, if you are utilizing a mockup that you did not create, you do want to look out for smart objects. Smart objects are indicated by a small icon on the layer itself, and more often than not, the creators of the mockups will also designate which layers you need to use in order to place your designs into the mockup itself. In this case, we do have the smart object here. What you want to do is double click the icon like so. And in this case, we do have a mockup over here. Now, in some cases, you may not have the fonts that the other designer used in the available mockup. In this case, I'm going to select no. I don't need to update the text layers. In this case, this current layer is where we will place our design. We can open up the folder over here. And upon doing so, we can see the original text. Fortunately, we do not need these layers. I'm just going to select the layer and then click on the trash can. Once more. And now we have a free canvas. Now notice we are actually in a separate document. This is actually spawned from the smart object itself. From here, we then go to File, Place Embedded, and from here we can select our design. In this case, I have a logo here. I will select it and click place. I can then hit enter on my keyboard. And if I need to, I can also scale down my design. In this case, if I hold Command or Control T, I can then scale my design accordingly. I'm going to hold Alt. Alt will actually keep it centered on the composition. Let's say I want it right about here. I'll hit enter on my keyboard. And from here, I will go to File, Save. Upon doing so, I can now exit this document. And just like that, our mockup is now updated. Now, there are some changes that I want to make. In this case, I don't necessarily want the leaf over here. Thankfully, it is in its own folder. I'm just going to delete the folder entirely. Just like so. And in the pop-up, I will select Group and Contents. I don't want any of that folder whatsoever. Now, I'm going to select the Bag folder over here. It's a little bit off-center, as you can see. I'm going to use my Move tool, like so. Now in this case, I also want to select my design. I'm going to go back to my layer panel over here. I'm going to hold Command or Control to select this. And now, as you can see, the layer with our design and the group holding the bag are both now selected. In this case, I'm going to click, hold Shift, and very carefully move it in place. I can even use the directionals on my keyboard like so. Additionally, I do want to change the background color. To do so, I will navigate to the background folder, toggle it open, and from here you will see a color fill layer. Now, a color fill layer works very differently from regular layers. As you can see, it does have a gray bar underneath, and if you want to add your own, you can also do so. Under Layer, New Fill Layer, and Solid Color. In this case, we do not have to do so. If we want to change the color of the background, all we have to do is double click. And from here, we can set a value. In this case, let me go for a darker charcoal tone. And just like that, it is auto updating. Right about there is fine. Also, you may notice layer adjustments. In this case, we actually have a color balance layer over here. In this case, I will make this invisible. And from here, we do have the corrected background color. Now, unfortunately, some mockups do not have color fill layers. For example, the bag over here cannot be automatically changed. In this case, I want to add a little bit of color to the bag itself, but retain the white coloration on the handle. In order to do so, I will go to Layer, New Adjustment Layer, and Hue Saturation. I then select OK. Now, what's very important is that I only want this layer adjustment to affect the bag itself. In this case, I'm going to make it a clipping mask. I'm going to click on the icon like so. And from here, I can colorize the bag. For example, if we shift the spectrum, you can see that there is no color change. This is because the bag is purely white. So I select Colorize. And from here, I can then add color. We can see slight variations in tint. If I drop down the lightness, you will see stronger color, like so. Let's add a little bit of lime green like this. I can also make it more vibrant or more muted if I would like to. Additionally, I could make it yellow, like so. I actually like the feel of the yellow. Let's do this. Now at the moment, it's looking closer to what I imagined. However, the handle itself is still yellow as well. In this case, I'm going to zoom in. I do have my layer mask active on the adjustment itself. From here, I select my brush tool. I'm going to swap my black and white swatches. I want to cut out this area over here. I don't want this handle to be yellow as well. So in this case, I will use black to conceal. And just like that, you can see that handle reappear, just like it was normally. Alright, and that looks pretty good if I do say so myself. In this case, I will also change the background color. I'm not really sold on the charcoal gray anymore. But of course, all you have to do is double click and change the background color like so. And just like that, we do have our updated mockup. Now before we go, there are some circumstances where you may want to play with the blend mode of your design. In this case, I do like where my logo is situated in this bag. However, it feels a little bit stark. It doesn't feel as realistic as it could be. In this case, I have my design layer selected over here. I can either drop the opacity, like so. I could drop the fill down, potentially. Additionally, I could change the blend mode entirely. In this case, I want to use multiply instead. It's looking closer, but I want to drop that opacity ever so slightly, so that we have a little bit of the bag peeking through. Right about here is where I'm liking the result. And in this case, I am much more satisfied with my mockup. Now, of course, this goes without saying that mockups come in all shapes, forms, and sizes. They are made by various designers, so unfortunately, all of the layout that you see here is subject to change. You certainly want to be on the lookout for layer adjustments, things like brightness contrast, hue saturation, color balance, curves, and levels. Additionally, you want to be on the lookout for smart objects. These are normally where you will place your design into the mockup itself. Of course, we do sometimes have additional layers, things like shadow layers, highlight layers, and of course the all-important color fill to change things like background color and also the coloration of select objects. Of course, if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out in the comments below, and I hope to see you in the next tutorial. As always, thank you so much for watching.